Hey everyone, this is Dan the GM welcoming you to What the Dice. Let's have some fun. I ain't got no puns, but it's episode 31. Find us on social media and join us on Discord. Now, sit back, relax, and let's get on with this week's episode. As the sun slowly sets, we look out and we can see the brilliant colors, the waning light paint the sky and the clouds. The ocean shimmers as if filled with diamonds. The old storyteller looks down, picking up a handful of sand, and he begins to let it drift through his grip. Time is a strange thing, me friends. It's hard to grasp onto, hard to fully understand. Of course, the gods seem to use time as a plaything. The bone god seems to use it to test. Now, let us return to our adventuring party, as they are in the midst of a test. Coming back to where we left off. Clyde is in a ring of candles with a large golem preparing for combat. Kalila is sitting outside the ring, watching. Defibulus and Rune are in the temple, staring into the mist, unsure of what is going on. Clyde, I am going to be the great and generous GM and give you first round.
Okay. I attack.
All right.
Powerfully so.
Okay.
And I get a 17.
That is a miss.
Okay. Well, guess I will no longer be doing power attacks.
I am doing a regular attack. And that is a 18.
That's a no.
Okay.
You know what? Let's try again. Regular attack will be a 19.
That is a miss.
Okay.
That is a miss for me. I rolled a 5.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's just keep rolling then.
All right. What'd you roll?
Sorry, my dice fell. That's gonna be a miss. It's gonna be a 14.
Okay.
Run away, die.
And I missed as well.
All right.
I rolled 3.
Here we go again. Oh, no, that's gonna be 11. It's not getting any better. Let's change dice.
I'm doing the same.
Ooh.
Kalila, as they are swinging at each other, you notice that the sand timer continues to move.
All right. So, like, it's counting down time, right? Like the sand.
Right.
This one's gonna be a 25.
That is a hit.
All right. She's gonna, seeing that he's hitting the golem, she's not gonna act yet,
Okay.
but she is making sure to pay attention to time. How like, much sand is still at the top to the bottom ratio.
Okay.
But she wants to see what happens when he hits this thing.
Okay. What'd you roll damage-wise?
That is a 11.
Okay. I rolled a 4. Okay. I missed. Clyde.
20.
That is a miss. 14.
10.
As you bring your sword down, you feel it contact with the golem, and you are thrown out of the ring. Both you and Kalila are now back in the temple. Not thrown, but just gently set, as if you were always standing there.
Kalila's gonna just quickly snap her attention to Clyde, realizing they're no longer in this, ring or area, and be like, wait, what just happened?
Clyde is going to shrug and be like, time ran out. We lost.
I was watching time. The time didn't run out.
Oh. Then
Roll a remembrance. Or roll a wisdom,
Ooh.
Delilah.
Aw.
Well, that's a 5. She's still like wanting to try and she's too distracted. Can I try again?
You may try again. Think harder.
I'm
got a
thinking
really good
harder.
roll.
Close one eye and tilt your head to the side.
That always works. 15.
You remember that last swing dropped the last grain of sand. You were ejected. You don't feel as if any harm had come to you. What would you guys like to do?
Well, I feel like
Kyla's gonna put her hand back on the door and go, let's go again.
all right, let's go again.
All right.
Fabulous is going to lean over to her and told you.
This time, I will not take my eyes off the sand timer. Just saying.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe you should come in with.
No, I think I just lost track watching what happened because you hit the golem and it distracted me for a minute.
Okay, well, let's do it again then.
Let me change dice again because these dice do not like my rolling pad. As you enter the ring, you hear the same thing.
Push me out of the ring before the last sand drops.
Oh, I don't think I remember him saying push. My
Yeah,
bad.
you said defeat the first time.
All right, then
Okay.
he says something different. It should have been push me out of the ring before the last sand drops. So if I said wrong, I apologize.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna step into the ring.
I
Okay.
will be by the sand timer, and this time, halfway through, she's going to just sidebar the time.
Okay. What do you mean sidebar?
Instead of it being vertical, lay it horizontal, so that way no time is moving whatsoever.
Okay.
See what happens at the sidebar.
All right. Clyde, you get to go first.
I go first.
Mhm.
Wait. How big is the ring?
It's big enough for multiple people to be fighting in it.
I mean, like, because it says push me out, so I need to know like a where is an out.
Let's say it's 30 feet.
So I need to push him probably around 15 feet. All right.
No, you need to push him 30 feet. You are in the center of the ring.
Okay. Well, then I am going to.
That's a big ring.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
going to go in with tower shield in hand and push against him, like run and push against him.
So are you trying to do a melee attack or are you trying to use your strength?
I'm trying to use my strength.
Okay. Roll your strength.
23.
He doesn't budge.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit you? No.
No. I'm going to grapple him.
All right. Roll your CMB.
Give him a hug.
Yay. That's a 26.
All right. You have grappled with him.
Okay. I'm going to move.
Roll your strength.
Hold on. Is that the...
Okay, let me remind you, this golem is made of solid iron.
Okay.
Just reminding you. So he does have a lot of weight to him.
Okay. I understand that and I get that, but I can lift 300 pounds.
This golem is taller than you and he is solid iron. I am pretty sure he weighs more than 300 pounds.
Oh.
That's why I said he is made of solid iron. He is a golem. You may try. I'm just reminding you that this guy is solid iron before you try to lift him.
Can he hear me?
I don't know. You guys haven't tried talking.
Okay, well, before I say anything, is there some acrobatic stuff that could be used to, like, knock this golem down? That she could, like, tell him to, like, try and do? Like, kick him in the head or something, climb up and kick off of him, you know, kind of thing like that, to see if it can knock it down.
That's a possibility.
Does he have joints like a person?
Perception check.
Knees! Does it have knees?
Exactly. A 9.
It's got chicken
What'd you roll?
9.
You don't notice. Hey, Kalila, can I get a perception check?
Yeah. That one!
You did not notice because you are too focused on the golem.
I was too focused on thinking about kicking it in the head.
Yeah.
Until it was dead.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll my strength to move him, and that's a 23.
You feel like you were able to inch him. You didn't move him as far as you'd like, but there was some semblance of movement.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
gonna try again to think of an acrobatic move that she can describe to him to use.
What do I need to do to get out of
Losing
grapples?
strength, I believe. You have to try and get out.
All right.
Do
I
you-
rolled with the strength stuff. I rolled a 23.
Still grappled.
Huh?
You're still grappled.
What do I have to roll to get out of grapple?
Opposing.
Oh, okay.
And my CM is a +7.
Okay. Cool. Kalila? Awareness check, please. Or perception check.
25.
You notice that the timer is a little bit past half.
All right, I'm gonna put it on its side.
Clyde,
Yes.
time stops around you. Your muscles seize up, and you are unable to move.
And just gonna keep pushing that the other way.
Time begins to move again.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to, and I have no idea if I'm even allowed to do this or not. Hold defensive action, wait for him to attack me, and I know it's weird to say it out of character, like a jujitsu momentum.
You're going to try throwing him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I didn't know how to say it like in character.
Okay. As you prep yourself, the golem stands there, glancing over at Kalila, and then returns his attention back to you.
It doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Okay, well then let's try tripping him.
Trying what?
Tripping him.
Okay.
When do I get to know if... What did I roll with my perception, by the way?
To notice that the grains were, it was about half the time was gone.
Oh, okay. Have I thought of anything yet to be able, like I said, like pointing out that it's particular leg style or something?
You don't see joints. You don't see, it looks like it is just a solid, it's almost like it's a statue.
Okay, well, time stopped for a
Right.
minute.
And then you restarted it. Neither of them can.
All right, and he can't do anything when time stops. Okay. Have I thought, can I still, like, try and assist from
Roll an intelligence.
15?
You remember back in the Cursed Swamp, the strange bulrush trap that sent Clyde flying.
Uh-huh.
He was at a standstill, and it sent him flying.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he could do something similar, bashing into the golem.
So, like, my idea of climbing him and kicking off of him or something. So that way there's that force momentum backwards.
Right, but Clyde isn't as agile as you are.
True.
Well, that's what I did in the very beginning. I ran into him to push him back.
And you didn't roll high enough. But yes.
Okay.
Okay, continue. I mean, if the bull rush is like the only thing,
It's the idea you've got so far.
we have all of our equipment with us, don't we?
Yes, you do.
Clyde, do you have a rope? I'm gonna see if he can hear me or not.
Clyde, you hear in your brain Kalila's voice echoing.
Clyde, do you have a rope?
Kalila, in your brain, you hear,
Yes, I do.
Okay, we can answer. I don't know how this is working, but I'm running with it. See if you can use your rope to pull this thing down and backwards to move it.
Okay.
You can't tackle it because you're under its center point of gravity. You need to hit it above its center point so it topples. Because this thing, the way you're describing it, is like a tower almost.
it's a large, it's probably a 10-foot tall iron golem.
And we can't see knees. There's
Nope.
nothing that looks like knees.
Nope.
So yeah, need to get above its center point of gravity. So use a rope, throw it around its head, and try and pull it down. Otherwise, you'd have to hit it so hard at the bottom, it topples forward. You need to...
Perception check,
For who?
Kalila.
Plus... Hold on, I'm mathing. 22.
You are getting close to running out of sand again.
Alright, we'll spin it again.
There's a moment when the glass is spinning, Clyde. You feel as if all your muscles tighten, and it's almost like a burst of strength. And then it goes away.
Ooh. Do that almost again. And I'm gonna yell stop at a certain point because it was almost like thinking about tension of a rubber band. It kind of wound it up for enough strength to do it.
Alright. I have to let the sand grains accumulate equally before we can do that, so that way we don't run out of time.
Okay, that's good.
So do whatever you need to do to prepare. Do you want me to come to a complete stop horizontally? Because that's when you don't move if I stop it.
No, I'll let you know exactly when I'm not sure when it happened when you did that.
Okay. What do you want me to do once you stop? How long do I stop?
Well, if I can move, I would just keep it right there. If I can't move, I'll tell you to undo it.
Alright, I'll wait 5 seconds and undo it.
All right.
So I'll let time balance like where it's kind of 50-50 and let him know that I'm going to start spinning it.
Okay.
And wait for his command to stop.
All right, go ahead. And then, Clyde, give me a perception.
Ooh, crap. 30-20.
Ooh, nice.
There's a point where it's just at a 45 where your muscles start to tense up and you feel that burst of adrenaline in your body.
Okay, I'm gonna yell to stop there.
That will stop.
Am I still able to move?
You are moving at a slowed pace. Your muscles begin to ache as it's almost like stretching the rubber band to its thinnest point.
Okay, I'm gonna get into a crouch position to ready a charge, and then when I feel like it's at its best point, I'm going to say release and spring forward.
Kalila, you hear him say release.
Alright, I'll continue to move the timer in its position, like just continuing the motion.
As the grains begin to move again, Clyde, you move impossibly fast, striking the golem in its center of mass, sending it backwards. Sparks fly as its feet drag across the ground. As it passes the candle line, everything disappears. And you are back in the temple. Clyde, you take 5 points of damage.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen.
But you have solved the puzzle.
Ow, it hurts. But good job.
This room has an eerie green light to it. It is empty besides a place to sit, a table, a empty inkwell, a damaged quill and papers strewn about the room.
Kalila's gonna pick up one of the papers and see if there's anything on it.
There is writing, but it is gibberish. Words don't make sense. The symbols are nothing you have ever seen before.
She will hand it to the other boys, Short Round and Clyde, to see if they recognize any of it.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
They, Defibulous, to you, they have been gone mere seconds.
You guys haven't been gone that long. Did you get anything done in there?
Oh, yeah, no, we did.
opened the door.
Yeah, you've been gone like a few seconds on my side of things.
Well, he was in combat, and there was this weird time thing where I could actually spin a timer and control time.
Well, that's kind of interesting.
It was while he was in combat fighting an iron golem. What did you figure out
Ooh.
anyways, looking at him? Like, what the hell did you do?
Oh. So during the timer, it was almost like the movement that I wanted to put forward was only minute, and then when you let it go, all of what I wanted to happen all happened at once, and it was like shooting. Since Defibulous is right here, shooting a cannonball out of a cannon.
I was wondering what you were aiming for. So it was a sensation that you felt?
A sensation of everything tightening up and wanting to release in a powerful motion.
Huh. You just appeared to slow down and stop. If I left it horizontally, everything just froze.
Interesting.
So it seems like some of these rooms are puzzles. She'll look at Short Round and go, let's go explore that gun room.
Oh, yes, we definitely should do that.
These two doors have been different, but I'm wondering if these other 4 doors are just standard rooms. Like, why is there some special doors and why is there not? And she's also going to gather up all those papers, by the way.
Can I get a perception check while you're doing that?
Yes.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
26?
26.
Yes. 26.
As you dig around, gathering up these pages, you see the glint of something metal underneath the chair.
I will pick up this metal thing. Well, I'll move the chair first.
It's a key. A simple key.
Okay.
Brightly polished. And it looks like it is brand new.
Huh. I found a key! And she finishes picking up a bunch of papers.
Keys are good.
Let's move on to Defibulous.
Hmm.
Defibulous.
Who's not going to wait for us to get up to him.
At the door waiting.
Okay.
Defibulous. In this room, you can smell black powder and sulfur. It's faded, so, you know, that smell you're used to when at a reloading station.
He will make sure that the others don't have lit torches on them at this point.
Yeah, no one has got any lit torches. Everything is well lit here.
Yeah, keep all the open flames out. It's gone.
Peering in, you can kind of start to make out some of the book titles. Many of which you knew from your mother and father's library. Things of how to create black powder, how to forge the shots that you use. Then there's the how to create powderless shots and how to create bullets. These books are pretty common in the gunslinger arsenal, things that most would know of. Can I get a perception check?
From just him?
Yes.
Okay.
26.
There's a book, seemingly buried behind some books that have been haphazardly placed on the shelf. On the spine, a dragon's mouth with fire coming from it. The metal on the flame is red mithril. It is bound by chain.
He's gonna go over and examine that book.
On the front, the words Dragon Breath embossed in steel. The chains are open, and you are able to open the book.
He will cautiously open the book.
Flipping through the book, you see information that was written by your mother and father talking about the Dragonfire rifle.
So, like, they like it written in their own handwriting, or
Yes.
he gets all excited, then stops and gets very confused.
As you get through, you begin to see dates. Then the date of their death, several days before it, the last entry. Past that, all of the pages have been either ripped out or burned.
He's gonna get a rather sad look on his face about the last date before his parents' death, and then kind of puzzled on why the pages are missing and burned.
Roll an int, please. Your intelligence.
Do I add the modifier to it or just straight roll?
Yes, the modifier. Roll a minute.
16.
You begin to flip back through the book because something doesn't feel right. You notice that the handwriting is different in the beginning of the book. Talking about, I discovered this book, this weapon. I don't know where it came from. It seems to have semblance of your grandfather's writing. Then the writing changes to more of your mother and father's research writing.
He's gonna sit there kind of puzzled by this because there were no books in his home of either side writing in the same book like that, but multiple books.
Right.
But Kalila, I was gonna say, would notice his like occasional excitement noises and then like going to silence, so she would naturally walk over just to make sure he's okay. Considering she's had to muffle him before, so she's making sure he's okay.
He's not even acknowledging that anyone's there at the moment. He's very confused.
She'll kind of peek over his shoulder to see what he's reading. Go, what you read in short round?
What?
What's in your hand?
Well, it's a book. I mean, it's definitely a book.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing book. It has the writings of my grandfather in it, my mother and father, up to the point where 4 days before they perished, and then all the pages are missing.
Wait.
But there's something off.
That's weird. How does this book appear here? I thought you said your parents, you guys were all at your estate.
Well, my parents perished in a caravan mishap. If you listen to my brother, the book that this would have come from, I left it with a family friend.
So you've
But
seen this book before?
Not this exact book. I mean, look at the cover. It's really fancy.
So do you think someone copied the original book that you're talking about?
Well, even if they did, how did it end up here? And why does it have the writings of both my grandfather and my parents in it when they never shared a book in their life?
The writing is exactly your parents' writing as well.
And this is my parents' writing. I don't see any mistakes or forgery or anything.
So if you didn't know any better, you would say that that's the same book.
I would, except the cover is completely different. Ours was just a leather-bound research journal.
That and the original books that Defibulus would remember they were smaller. This is more of a tome, like of all the books they wrote combined. As long as it had to do with this rifle, it seems to have been put into this book.
Yeah, he'll thumb through it. See, there's the diagram my mom made of the internal chamber mechanism. Then there's my dad's version. Then there's Grandpa's version. But like I said, everyone can have their own journals and whatnot. This is like if you took all of our books and research and jammed it into one book. And
So
yeah,
it's more a collaborative book over the history of that rifle, because it all deals with the rifle, does it not? Because I don't see anything about like personal stuff in here that your mother or father or grandfather would have wrote. All of the entries revolve around the rifle.
Yep. Yeah, still doesn't explain how it got here.
Agreed, but at least we now know what this book's more about. So somebody's been transcribing from what would be private family books of yours. So not everybody would have access to that knowledge.
Nope. Only the family friend has access to it right now.
And so we have proof your grandfather was here. And a book that shouldn't exist is here.
This book makes me happy and sad at the same time.
Well, you should definitely hold on to it.
Although it's missing a bunch of pages, like they're torn out or burned.
She's gonna see what the very last entry is. Is it that caravan accident entry or something?
The last entry that you can read is, I will be going to the nearby city to pick up the materials I need to begin the restoration of the firing chamber of the Dragonfire. I should only be gone a few weeks, but this is a step.
And this is the mother, the dad, or the grandfather?
It looks like the handwriting is feminine based.
Is that your mother's handwriting?
Yep, that's Mom's
Okay,
handwriting.
and then the rifle she's talking about, is that your rifle or a different rifle?
It's a rifle that was found by one of my grandfather, great grandfather, someone in that area. They found it in a dragon trove, and it looked really bizarre, so they took it. And my family has dedicated a couple generations to trying to figure out, who built it, why, and
Okay.
how it works. We've been trying to rebuild it.
Did she successfully
then-
build this piece? Pointing at whatever it's referencing.
He shakes his head very sadly. He goes, "No, she passed. She was killed on the way to where she was getting the materials."
So, because we are in a god's area, I wonder if just the collection of knowledge was just brought to this book at once.
Well, we suspect we're in a god's... we're in a temple dedicated to the bone god, I'm assuming.
So Clyde, you have spent time in temples before becoming a paladin, correct?
Technically, no, because I was not in like a temple like this. Because
Well, you did worship your god before becoming a paladin, correct?
oh yes,
Okay. I need you to roll a int.
13.
Thinking about the way this is laid out, it doesn't feel like a temple. It almost feels like someone's home.
Yeah, like a god's home.
Right. But you have not seen any pews or areas to give sacrifice. This doesn't feel like a temple.
Oh, I was gonna say the first thing I kind of thought was a temple-ish like because of the two daises.
Right. But you haven't noticed any places for sacrifice of any kind. Gold.
Or like mass or something.
Right. There's no pews. There's nothing.
The sacrifice is
A temple of
the
this.
moisture tablet.
The moisture. Like, the moisture.
The other thing that strikes you as odd is temples that are used for worship would have, the doors wouldn't be sealed like they were.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll convey this to everybody.
If this was a... Go ahead.
I'll convey this to everybody.
Right. So the last thing you would think is, if this wasn't a worship temple, it could be a pilgrimage temple.
Okay. Well, while we are all thinking about that, and unfortunately Defibulus is lost in thought because I'm gonna check what's in this door.
Actually, I did have one more question for you for that last room.
go.
Did you enter it all, or did you stay at the doorway?
I'm gonna have to say I went in because once Defibulus went and was saying all those things like this is my grandparents, I would have wanted to see as well.
All right. Roll me a perception check.
13.
What?
13.
All right. You don't notice anything.
Yeah, I usually don't.
Okay. All right.
So true.
So we'll go ahead, and where do you want to go, Clyde?
Yeah, just the other door.
All right. You see this strange wooden door with the boning support. It is unlocked. Opening it, this would remind you of a music hall in a great castle. In the center, a piano. Different types of musical instruments, harps, harpsichords, lutes, and of the manner are tastefully decorating the inner sanctum. The walls are full of scrolls.
Okay.
It is clear it's another library, but it is more designed for the arts.
Understood.
Defibulus and Kalila.
Well, I'm going to slowly and softly encourage that we put the book away for now. Not necessarily back on the bookshelf, but as in for him to keep. Since it's around his family, and go, maybe we should continue to look around and find other clues. This is bizarre, but we might find other things that'll give us some answers.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I want to see real quick if I can maybe find a schematic to improve upon the rifle I'm using
I'll
already.
help you look. But she also kind of looks out the door to see if she can see where the hell Clyde wandered off to.
Well, I'm gonna come back and let him know what I found for the last door.
Kalila and Short Round, go ahead and roll your perception.
28.
27.
You don't find any schematics that would be of great use. You do find a couple that would give it a little bit more use, like a little bit better design, but not by much. But as you're looking, Short Round, you feel this strange breeze coming from a wall.
Feeling a breeze coming from a wall, I'll go over and start investigating it.
As you get close, you see that there's a false wall. The stones look brittle, as if they're not really stone, but made from some type of plaster. As you peer in, you see a small red box. And then you see a strange symbol upon it, but you cannot make it out.
Hey guys, I found a false wall.
Kalila's ears will perk up as she goes over to Short Round.
Did it lie to you?
Ugh.
Kalila's actually going to start laughing, going, well, that's a paladin joke if I ever heard one.
If your bedroll spontaneously catches on fire tonight, it's not my fault. There's a box back behind it, a kind of reddish box, and it's got some type of image on the top of it I can't identify.
Identify?
No. It is facing up. You just know that there is some kind of strange symbol.
Do you want me to pull it out? Reach in and pull it out?
So Kalila, you stick your arm in, but you can't reach it.
I'm going to look around and see if there's a long stick somewhere.
Would you like me to use my sword to
Defibulus will pull out the crowbar.
There you go, crowbar.
All right. See if we can like delicately hook it and pull it out.
Strength check.
Strength? Okay. Well, this will be amusing.
Would this give her a +2 bonus?
Yeah, do I get the bonus?
Yep, whoever's using it.
So strength. So with my strength, I rolled an 8. I don't know what the bonus
Did you add your ability modifier?
Yes.
And then you add another 2 to that.
So I rolled a 10.
Nope. Not strong enough.
She'll just, as long as does she feel like she has it hooked?
It feels like you've got the false wall hooked. Like you're going to basically just have to pull this wall open.
All right, she'll hold it and go, Clyde, come pull this. It's heavy.
Yes, ma'am. And
Using the crowbar?
yes.
Yeah, she was holding it in place so that way he could easily come over and take control of it and she could get out of the way so he could, like, 1, 2, 3 heat.
All right.
21.
So,
21.
number exact. As you pull, the false wall shatters.
Mm.
The stones are, as they hit, they feel light. Inside, you see this small red box. Gently put on a small shelf that would have been just out of reach.
Good thing nobody's tall and lengthy in our party.
What do you want to do with this box?
Well, what's the symbol on it?
Yeah, that's important to know first.
It
Yeah.
is a single rose.
Black.
Is it black?
Yes, it is black.
So we both ask, is it black?
Anyone picking it up?
Sure.
It is heavier than it looks.
Okay.
It would be about the size of Defibulus's backpack.
Okay. I pick it up.
All right, you pick it up.
And I bring it out to the center of the room for everybody to see.
Gotta open it.
Well, I wanted Defibulus to look at it first to see if he recognizes the shape, the mechanism, or anything at first.
Okay, that's fair.
He'll come over and study the box.
It is a box painted red with a symbol on the
He'll
top.
give it a very stern look, like he's really studying. He turns to Clyde. It's a red box with the symbol of the bone god on it.
Perfect. I'll open it.
As you pop it open, it is a simple wooden box that has been solidly painted. Inside, you see books of letters, a disguise kit, a hollow-heeled boot, ink pens, 10 sheets of paper, a poison pill ring with nothing inside, sealing wax, a simple invisible ink well, 3 of them, and a wrist sheath. Under that, you see a small lantern with 4 flasks of oil, a climbing hammer with 8 pinions, a roll of silk rope, a grappling hook, and a climber's kit.
I really hope you wrote all this down.
I have it down, yes.
If not, it's recorded.
That is a lot of stuff in a box.
Yeah, that is a lot of stuff in the box.
So, the best way to explain it is you found a spelunker's kit and a spy kit. Posting it in chat.
That's easy. Spelunker and spy.
Spelunking and spying.
I mean, they go hand in hand.
You know, you're not wrong. I wouldn't expect to find those 2 things together, but I'm also equally not as surprised, like, when you think about it.
Kind of odd that they would have something like that hidden behind a false wall, though.
Yep.
Yeah, but we also have many other rooms to explore. We might find a lot more clues.
Before we go, Defibulus wants to take a look and see if there's any hidden compartments inside the box.
Yeah, also smart.
Roll your perception.
While he investigates that, Kalila's going to give a once-over to the room just in case there's
23.
something else.
Hidden at the bottom of the box is a simple note.
You'll take a look at the note and see what it says.
Written in Sylvan, it says, "We'll see you next week."
It seems as if the adventurers have found more than they've bargained for. Defibulus found a journal containing many manuscripts from his family. A strange hidden compartment with a box for spelunkers and spies. Strange mists that teleport people to strange time dimensions. All very weird things indeed. But our adventurers have nerves of steel and seem unfazed by the oddity in which the Bone Temple portrays. Well, me friends, that's all I have for this eve. And, as always, may the Dice God bless your every roll.
We here at What the Dice would like to thank Paizo for creating Pathfinder, Epidemic Sound for our music, as well as Sirenscape for our sound effects. If you would like to reach out to us, you can do so on Facebook at What the Dice Pod, Twitter at What the Dice Pod, and of course email whatthedicepod@gmail.com. And if you liked our little adventure, please share us with your friends and rate and review us.